Hello, welcome to Coull Discussions. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about technology and some of the things that might happen because of it.
Future is here.
Kind of, sort of.
You pointed me to an article of some more cool, maybe it's cool. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the future we're going to be talking about?
So there's a Swedish tech firm, Epic Center, is implanting its employees with little tracker chips that about this big, about the size of a grain of long rice. It goes into between your thumb and forefinger. It's a really easy procedure. They take a needle, go thump, push it in, pull it out. Voila.
Kind of like you see on the movies sometimes when people are implanted with a tracking device and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, what they're saying it's used for is there's a lot of security doors in the center that a bunch of tech firms have housing in. So you can walk up to it, it'll recognize that you're supposed to open this door and let you open this door, as well as, I guess there's a little snack bar place you can go to in there. You can go up to it and use your little chip and buy your little lunch smoothie. So this technology has been around for pets for a few years now, actually. And
a long time, because my oldest cat, I think he's 12, has a microchip in him.
Okay.
I don't know if you can track him, but I know that he has a chip in him where if he's found or lost, you scan him and it tells you who he belongs to.
So the technology has been around for a while. The fact that it's being modified for human use
this is probably the first company that's going to
the first company that I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've not heard of it anywhere else, and it's interesting. Now, obviously, there's people up in arms. They're like, "Oh, what about privacy? You'll be able to double scan. Walk around in the neighborhood, and somebody will just go by and be able to scan and get all your personal information and stuff like that." It's like, well, they're saying that the chip isn't that complicated. It is just a basic one for this and
for that.
It's
like a security key card, right?
Yeah, it's a security key card. So not a huge deal, but
no, you can't lose your card. Can't lose it unless you lose your hand. Unless you get caught stealing bread and they cut your hand off. I like this technology. I think it's good, but again, it's probably going to end up bad. It's probably going to end in some bad way.
Because
it's like anything. We'll find a way to use it for evil.
That's my thing.
Yeah,
the evil aspect of it. I don't have a problem with something like that. It's just
I think it's great because I think you should be able to do that. I think, how we need a driver's license or an ID, a passport. I think it should all just be onto one thing. And I think it's cool that you should be able to implant it into your skin so you don't lose it. I should be able to, if I get pulled over, I should be able to just go, okay, bam.
Here's my hand.
Scan it. And all my information is there.
And we're talking about necessarily basic information, like, your driver's license will have info on it.
I think you should go farther. I think you should have all your information. Passport. I think it should all be that way. I think it should be...
But it's the privacy aspect, because at that point in time...
It's security and privacy. Yeah. I think, right now, you can log on to, the Canada Revenue, and you can get information. But I think you should be able to log on it with your social insurance number. You should be able to log on and get all your information, like driver's information, driver's abstracts, blah blah blah. But you can't.
I totally agree with this. I think that when you are born, you should be assigned. When you are assigned your social security number,
be your number. It should be
everything. Your number for everything. When you go to get a license, here's my social security. Here's my SIN number.
My thought is this: if you're dumb enough to make your password your pet's name, then you deserve to get it. And I said it before. Yeah, put levels of security on things like this. So if you, I'm not sure how it works. So if we had a chip in our hand or whatever with all our personal information, could you come by with your smartphone and get that information? I don't know. There has to be security that prevents that.
Okay, it's the same aspect with phones, right? They have these apps where you can walk up to another person's phone, you guys touch tips, and you have information passed. Well, because the app...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know. I did that on purpose. But it's funny. So, You can pass the app information between apps, and that's what the app is meant for. But when you walk up to a phone, theoretically, you're not able to do that because of security measures. The government wants to invest money into certain things. Well, guess what? You create a little tech firm and go, you know what? Make something that's not breakable.
But imagine the money it could save.
I totally agree with this. And we talk about this all the time. This is how you get people to vote. You have all the information really easy and set.
Palm of your hand.
Exactly. You walk up, you scan, done.
You wouldn't need poll stations. You could have like a scanning thing that scans your vote, bam.
Or you could that way you can
have an app on your phone, scan your hand that has the right information.
Yeah, and then
vote
you can
through your phone.
Exactly. So the idea is there. The fact that it's taken this long to get to this point is like, really? What are you guys thinking when you're making all these wonderful tech toys? You gotta... I think that anyways. It's like, really? Here's the nut job conspiracy thing in me. It's like, you can go a whole bunch of different avenues down there. The mad scientist part will go, you build the security and privacy. We talk about that. We've talked about that. We will talk about that again. The second thing is like people might be able to manipulate people using a chip, right? I don't necessarily know if we're ever at that point in time.
Well, it's like you see in the movies when you put a chip in the base of your brain and you can take over the person's mind, and it's like, is that possible? Maybe it is.
It will be at some point in time. We're getting there. We're able to do these fun, wonderful things with technology.
But I think if you build in layers of security, now I'm not smart enough to know what kind of security you could put into a chip like that in your hand with your personal information on it, but I would think that you could. Yeah, I want security so I can protect it. It'd be like the website that has all my personal information on it. I have a password that protects it. If I have to, and I have security codes that piss me off because I never know if I put this answer or not. But, I want those layers of security and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Of course I do, because I don't want somebody stealing my $5.50 I have in my bank account. You know what I mean? So... I like it. I think this is good. I think this will be an interesting
experiment. Hopefully they'll be able to take it a little bit farther and do some more stuff with it rather than just opening doors. But the potential's there. But the potential for as much good as there is much evil for it.
Oh well, as anything, yeah. And I think you need to take the personal responsibility as passwords to make sure that you protect yourself.
Oh, very true, and that's actually something that should be taught is one of those things in schools. Like, you know what?
It should be in our curriculum now.
Yeah,
because of technology,
internet security. Because children in school are already having to deal with stuff like this already, and no one at home is teaching them. Oh, make sure you set your password. Oh, make sure you don't do this. Make sure nobody tells these people this.
Oh, I tell my kids all, like my kid, because he's using he uses technology, and I'm like, you need to be safe. You can't be giving out. I even say, like, he plays the video games, and I'm like, don't trade with this person because they're probably trying to scam you. That's my first thought. Make sure that you do this legit.
Yeah.
Make sure that you get your, you know what I mean? Don't give all your wood at once, because he plays a game, Lumber Tycoon or whatever, and he has to give wood for money. Mm-hmm. I said, don't give him all your wood at once. Give him a portion of it. Receive some payment. Get some more. Because he's been scammed before, and it makes him mad, right? You know what I mean? And that's the world.
Yeah, that's a rough life to live.
I don't understand why you would want to scam people in a game, but whatever. It's fake money. It's not real money.
Oh, wow. Some of the things that I've read about people scamming games are just...
It's ridiculous.
The amount of work that these people went through to do this is amazing. Now, here's the nut job conspiracy theory. Now, in the Bible... Sorry, I'm doing this. In the Bible, in the book of Revelations, when they talk about the Antichrist, he talks about one world government, one world currency, one world kumbaya type thing.
Yep.
And everybody is going to have the mark of the beast on them. Now, the mark of the beast is going to appear one of two places. The face and that part of the hand where I told you the chip goes.
Yeah.
Now, when I heard about this popped right into my mind going, is this where we make the mark of the beast cool so everybody wants it? So when all of a sudden we all have to take the mark of the beast, it's so ingrained in us that it's okay and totally cool and this is the way we want things to be that we don't even think twice about it. Because once you take the mark of the beast in the biblical end times, the apocalypse, you are basically signed over to Satan and are...
Satan would be the government in this conspiracy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. If you do have that with all your personal information, it is technically a tracking device.
The ones for animals can be used as tracking devices. Newer ones.
That's
like
why
the one
I
you
think
got for your pet isn't. But
no,
nowadays
newer ones are tracking devices.
Oh yeah, newer ones 100%. So easy. Because things become so small and computerized. It's so easy to put this in. My nut job
thinking do it to pets.
They do it to pets. Well, they're going to do it to us, and at some point in time, you're going to be popped with this little chip, and you're going to think it's cool when you're basically signing your life away.
That's why I think, to be honest, we already have tracking devices right here in our hands. But you can go like this and walk away from it.
It's true.
So that's where I think that I don't think I would be 100% okay with all your personal stuff being here, but I would be okay with it being on your driver's license. Your driver's license being your passport, your identification to travel, your everything, so you don't have to have, who carries your fucking passport everywhere you go? You know what I mean? Like, if I want to travel, maybe, what if I want to take a spontaneous trip to Las Vegas? Now I gotta find my passport. I don't have one.
Well, yeah, there's so much for spontaneity right there. So it's one of those. It's so awesome technology. But it is so scary technology.
It is.
Just think about it. Like when we were young, we knew what a floppy disk was. How many of you out there in YouTube land, on Podcastville, know what a floppy disk is, right?
You have to be over the age of 25, probably. 30.
Wait. Yeah, 30
to know what that is.
Pushing it. Even just a hard disk. How many people know what a hard disk is?
I know.
We don't
who knows what? It's almost CDs are becoming irrelevant.
Almost. It's almost
as everything's streaming and everything's just in the cloud, and it's like
exactly.
The cloud scares me.
The cloud's only 5 years old.
Because you save something to it. How do I delete it?
You just hit delete.
I know, but.
Does it delete?
Does it delete it? Delete it.
No. See, where's a hard disk? You take a magnet, go like
this and break it, and it's gone. And that's the scary thing about technology is when you put something on the interwebs or you put something. Well, I think if you put something on the internet, it's gone. Forget it. Just it's out there. I don't. There's copyright laws. Oh, copyright laws.
Yeah, exactly.
It's there. You know what? You put it on the internet, it's there.
Yeah.
Anybody could take our videos. We have 150 videos, I think, or I don't even know, on our channel. And somebody could take that, chop it up, and make us sound like
retards.
Yeah,
racists.
Well,
you don't have to chop too hard to make us sound like racists.
No, I'm sure you don't.
I totally understand. And as cool as technology is, it is scary.
It's very scary.
I do not envy the generation that grows up nowadays because of how easily accessible everything is. Whereas when we were kids, we had to work our asses off to get something.
Yeah, you did. You had to, if you wanted a song, you had to record it off the radio.
You had to wait.
You had to sit there, buy your tape, record, play it. And then if you missed it, you're like...
If you missed it, you were screwed. And if the guy was talking over it, you'd have to wait another time for it to come on.
Yeah.
And it's not like you could phone the radio station up and go play this because they didn't care.
Nope. Well, they still don't now.
Well, yeah, they do have requests, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how well the experiment goes.
I like technology a lot. I think we should embrace technology as a society, but at the same time, if it falls into the wrong hands, it's just bad. It just goes bad for everybody. If you get that person who's mad at the world and stuff like that, or angry or anywhere, mad at an ex or anything like that.
Look at that one kid in Ontario here in Canada. He was arrested a couple of weeks ago for hacking into Google or one of those, or hacking into a whole bunch of sites. He had
come on, how many times?
Money and
I'm sure we've all tried to hack into a girlfriend's or an ex-girlfriend's Facebook account at some time in our or even their phones. You've gone into your tried to enter their password, and like that's the scary thing about technology. You know what I mean? That's the scary thing about like I'm okay with a company if you're applying for a job and the company says, hey, we're going to implant a chip for security doors and key cards, and you go, okay, then you agree to that. Yeah. As long as they tell you and they have full disclosure.
As long as they're full disclosure, that's forthright.
And if you agree to that, so if Facebook says we're going to implant stuff on your phone, and you go, okay, you've agreed to it. I know nobody reads the terms of services.
Even I start. Yeah. No, you'd be surprised what's in the terms and services. Yeah. Nobody. I skim them actually. I don't read them full, but I do. I just sit there.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. So technology.
What do you guys think?
Don't like it?
Would you, if you applied for a job that said we're going to implant a security key card into your hand, right there, would you agree to that? I think I would. If it depends on the job, obviously, but I would be okay. Really as long as it was, again, disclosure. But would you do it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more cool videos from Coull Discussions.
There we go.
That was so punny.
I know. You're just full of it.
Wow, I'm full of something, that's for sure. Don't know what, but full of something.
Squeeze you too hard, brown stuff comes out.